one of the common and ridiculously untrue and just fantastically wild aspects of misinformation about nuclear energy comes from the claim that it's not safe to allow a for-profit company to run a nuclear power plant. Consider, to start off with, that when the government did it, as in Chernobyl, it was a mess. Now you could say, well, look at Fukushima. They did not use all of the safety criteria that we would have used in the United States. And that cost them over $100 billion. If a nuclear power plant in the United States violated a safety significant aspect of its license, it would get shut down right away. You might think, well, who cares? That's not a big deal. You just get shut down until you turn back on. That's $1 million a day they lose if they violate anything that's safety significant in their operation. $1 million a day to do something that's safety related. That's what it will cost you. That is incredible incentive. You're not going to get more incentive than having a for-profit company realize they lose $1 million a day if they violate anything in their license. And people say that's not enough. That's insane. That's the level of rhetoric and bias and confirmatory bias that people have who had been taught to be anti-nuclear and now are trying to come up with justifications to say this is why it still makes sense and why it was okay to be anti-nuclear to start with, because they've always been for profit. And that's what's made them so safe here in the United States, is that they are for profit, and that the profits they stand to lose if they violate their license are astronomical. And if they choose not to go the safest route and do something like Fukushima, now it's upwards of $100 billion that they lose. So you're not going to get more incentive to be safe than using a for-profit company as we do here in the United States. That just makes no sense. It completely goes against the fundamentals of economics, that the incentive drives the direction you go. And the incentive is to be hyper safe. Something to think about. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.